What's better than getting a brand new toilet? Getting a new toilet and recycling your old one into a marine habitat. My name is Amelia Brown and I work at Tampa Bay Water. I manage Tampa Bay Waterwise, a water conservation program where we provide rebates to people who get rid of their old water-guzzling toilets and instead install new WaterSense certified toilets that use less water and work great. Saving water helps the environment, but throwing the old toilet into the landfill doesn't. We were drawn to a program run by Tampa Bay Watch, a nonprofit organization. Their program is the Community Oyster Reef Enhancement Program, in which staff and volunteers work together to create oyster reef balls that are made of marine-friendly concrete and provide habitat for oysters.
My name is Eric Plage. I'm an Oyster Reef Ball Program Coordinator here at Tampa Bay Watch. Tampa Bay Water approached us about wanting to use porcelain from old toilets, and they wanted to recycle them. They didn't want them to go into the landfill or anything like that. So taking that porcelain as our aggregate to create our oyster reef balls.
Unfortunately, about 85% of oyster habitat has been lost in the Tampa Bay area due to human activities. So these oyster reef balls are a great way to help rebuild the population.
Because oysters are a filter feeder, they help to filter excess nutrients, pollution, storm drain runoff out of the system. An oyster reef, once they're covered in oysters, is a great habitat for all sorts of different fish, shrimp, crabs, animals, and a great hunting ground for your wading birds.
We partnered with Tampa Bay Watch on a pilot project to recycle 2 old toilets by crushing them up and mixing them into the concrete that's used to make oyster reef balls. These toilets were manufactured before 1994, meaning they use at least 3.5 gallons per flush, and would be eligible for the $100 rebate from Tampa Bay Waterwise. The porcelain toilets were crushed down into 1/2-inch to 1-inch pieces at the University of South Florida's geology lab. The crushed porcelain was then mixed into a wet concrete mixture, which was then poured into molds to create the oyster reef balls. The oyster reef balls were deployed on June 16, 2022, along the shoreline of Tampa Bay Watch's property in Tierra Verde, Florida. We'll be monitoring them for the next 6 to 12 months to check for signs of oyster growth. We hope that the pilot project will provide an environmentally sustainable solution for reducing porcelain waste in landfills and help to create a larger scale toilet recycling program.